mic wasn't on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Friday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Connie. I'm decked out. Didn't even realize. Decked out in the Retro Kid shirt today and the Inspector Gadget Dr. Claw mug. Didn't even realize. Shout out to Retro Kid. Definitely not a sponsor, but love those guys out of Toronto. All your retro gear, man, from the 80s and the 90s. It is the best. Okay. 2-1 day yesterday, so back to winning day. We're just been hovering around even sort of all week here, but we had the Nashville Predators on the money line. They won 3-0, never really in doubt against Seattle. We had the under between the Braves and the Phillies, under 8.5. I got that at plus 100. It closed at minus 120. I said take it up to that point. Came in. That was a 3-1 final, and then the football game, man, we bet over 47. That was a really bad bet. That was an ugly game. I don't know, man. I bet the primetime games, but I don't enjoy watching them. I haven't really enjoyed betting them. Just weird scores, weird stuff going on. Like, you know, a 19-8 final. Just not an enjoyable football game whatsoever. So we did miss that. And we did hit a player prop there on Isaiah Pacheco if you were following the side bets, which didn't go so great. With the side bets that I post in the Discord channel, a lot of times, like my 3 bets that are the straight bets here, that's how you win bets, is by betting single game straight bets. When I go to the side bets, that's when I start to play around with parlays. Like we had a plus 125 that I was actually surprised didn't hit. And I'll play with a lot of like first touchdown scores, like plus 1,700, plus 1,400. So when you see those and they don't hit, it's like there's a reason I'm betting a quarter unit on those, right? Like I'm going to split up a unit across 4 different players, because if Jerry Jeudy scores the first touchdown last night, it's like a 3.5 unit bet for a quarter unit risk. So that's why not always do records matter. But anyways, that's a story for another day. Before we get into today's picks, my picks are always free each and every day here on YouTube, in Discord, on social media, all of that. All I ask for is if you hop in the Discord, trying to create a community, trying to create a discussion. If you're in the Discord, talk to each other, talk to me. It's kind of a one-way street, but I would appreciate some conversation. What are you guys betting? What are you liking? Did you fade? Did you follow? There's also there's general chat, there's video game stuff, there's pro wrestling stuff, all kinds of stuff we can talk about in there. And then if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, if I've made you some money on a bet at any point, hitting subscribe or recommending one other person hit subscribe too. And that's all. Today, the card is small. There are 2 NHL games, 2 CFL games. There's no baseball. There's no football. Well, no NFL football. I don't bet college football here on the channel because I'm not very good at it. Bettingpros.com if you would like more college football information. But we're going to do with it the best that we can. We're going to start in the NHL. We're going to start with the New Jersey Devils. It is their second game of the season, and they are at home to the Arizona Coyotes. Okay, I'm taking this on the puck line, which is plus money. You're getting plus 102 at FanDuel for the New Jersey Devils to win this game by 2 or more. The Devils coming into this season, in terms of Stanley Cup odds, have the 3rd best odds to win the Stanley Cup at plus 1,000. Then you've got the Arizona Coyotes who are at plus 10,000, right? So much, much different. New Jersey won their first game of the season. It was a 4-3 win against Detroit. That was on the road. As I mentioned, they are now at home to face the Coyotes. When you go back to last year, they won all 3 matchups. They beat them 5-4, 4-2, 6-2. I don't think Arizona has improved all that much. And again, I think I really liked the Devils last year. I think the Devils are going to take another step forward here this season. I like the New Jersey Devils to just dismantle the Arizona Coyotes. I haven't seen anything from them in the offseason that I particularly like. Give me the New Jersey Devils on the puck line. That's minus 1.5 for plus 102 at FanDuel. Moving to the CFL now, you've got a matchup. There's 2 weeks left in the regular season before we head into the playoffs. So you've got some teams that are out of it, some that are vying for a playoff spot, that sort of thing, and positioning in the playoffs as well. So you've got the BC Lions at the Hamilton TiCats, and the line is only 3 here in favor of BC. Now, BC is 11-5. They're the 3rd best team in the CFL behind Winnipeg and Toronto. Ugly loss, not ugly, but unfortunate loss last week to Winnipeg in overtime. That was a big game for them. They were leading 17-3 at the half. They were leading 23-16 in the 4th quarter. They lose in overtime by 8 points to Winnipeg. Now they are traveling to Hamilton, where Hamilton's 8-8, which it's been a weird season for the TiCats. I think a lot of people, including myself, expected them to be better than they actually are. But they need to start winning some games here. They've actually reached the 500 mark for the first time this season at 500. Are they going to make the playoffs? Are they not? I'm not sure. They're going to be desperate for a win, but I think the BC Lions almost more so. I think they've got something to prove. They want to start getting their team ready for the playoffs. And look, 11-5 and 8-8 isn't a big difference in the standings, but realistically, it kind of is. The BC Lions are the better football team. You've got Toronto, Winnipeg, BC. Those are the best three teams in football. For one of them to lose now or to not win the Grey Cup, there's going to have to be a massive upset. And again, the spreads are just never that large for whatever reason for the books in the CFL. So a field goal win for the BC Lions, I'll take it. -3, that's -115 at Betway. And your last bet of the day is in the other CFL game. You've got Saskatchewan and Calgary, and I don't really want to touch the winner on this one because you've got the Roughriders who are 6-10. They're coming off a 38-13 loss to Hamilton. Then you've got the Stampeders who are 4-11. They were on a bye last week, but previous to that, they lost by 10 also to Hamilton. Neither of these teams are very good, so I'm going to go towards the over. I'm going to take over 47.5. This line is at ProLine Plus. I think it's actually moved a little bit, but I like 48. I like 49. 47.5 for -120 at ProLine Plus. When you look at these teams on the season, Saskatchewan is 9-1 to the over in their last 10 football games. Calgary 6-3 to the under, but when they play against each other, you've got 6 straight overs. And then you're getting back into like 2020, 2021, where it was all a much different story. This season alone, we had a 33-31 final, so 64 points there. It went over. We had a 29-26 final. That also went over. So you're getting this number at 47.5. These two teams are just going to essentially have to just lay it out there. There is an outside chance of a playoff spot, so I think they're going to be bombing it. I think they're just going to be looking to score a whole bunch of points. Neither's defense is particularly good. Their offenses aren't that terrible that it kind of offsets that. So I think for those two reasons again, and just the way the way that Saskatchewan, like they've given up 38, 33, 36, 36, 51. They've scored 34, 32, 27, 28. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of scoring in this football game. So I'm going to take the over 47.5 for -120 at ProLine Plus. Those are your three bets for today. Give me the New Jersey Devils on the puck line for +102 at FanDuel. Give me the BC Lions -3 for -115 at Betway. And give me the Roughriders and the Stampeders to go over 47.5 for -120 at ProLine Plus. As always, drop a comment if you're fading or following. Follow me across all my socials linked in the description below. Audio's on Spotify, on Apple. Don't know if we're going to have any more picks today because there's not a lot going on. Maybe some props. We'll see. Have a great Friday. Let's talk sports.